All right, all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday Live with Lavalais and Ella. Ella is not in the house with me this afternoon. She's still away in England, so she will be back next week. But I am here, and I have a special guest for you today. So let me first say hello to everybody, and I see who's in the house. I see Fern is in Torrance, back at home in cold Southern California. Uh, I hear you guys are suffering from a little bit of a cold spell. So, seeing a little snow, a little rain, a little bit of everything. So, glad to have you in the house, Fern, and especially glad to have you in the house. And welcome back to the States. I know you just went on your journey to Africa, or you're one of your many journeys to Africa. I know you just did a climb of Mount Kilimanjaro. So one of these days, you're going to have to come in here and tell us a little bit about the journey up Mount Kilimanjaro. All right. So anybody else in the house, let me know who's in the house so I can give you a shout out. You know, we have a special guest today. I'm going to go ahead on and bring her up into the house right now to give you a hello. Let me see, Joyce, are you in the house with us this afternoon today?
Yes, I'm here. Hey.
All right. Welcome to have you in the house today. And we look forward to seeing you and hearing from you a little bit later on in the show, right?
Okay.
All right. All right, everybody. So, like I say, got somebody in the house for you special today. So, we're going to hear a little bit about her story going to Ghana with Pancho and Karen Clark. So, we're going to do that later on. I think first up, I'm going to come back to last week's show where I talked a little bit about the Pan African Film Festival. So I still don't see anybody in the house other than Fern. I hope I don't want to lose my comments today. I can see that one, Zeke. Am I right? So there ain't nobody else in the house that's letting me know that they in the house except for Fern. So I'm let me I don't want to miss my comments today, so let me make sure that I can see all the comments. So if somebody got something to say, just say hi to me so that I know I'm looking at the comments. All right, so if you got a moment, just say hi to me and I'm gonna try and respond. So I don't see that hi anywhere in my comments, so that's my problem. I think I must have to look into my. Oh, there we go. Oh, my friend Cynthia. Oh, and Ether. Okay, now there we go. Now I see who's here. Oh, I got Detroit in the house. And Ether is in New Orleans, and I wanted to ask her about Jacob Lawrence. I know she's at the museum. She went to go see Jacob Lawrence's exhibit, so that's really cool. B Culver, how are you? I don't know where you're from, so let me hear from you. I know I got Detroit, I got California, and now I got New Orleans in the house. Oh, you're from LA. All right, great. All right. All right. So now I can see my comments, and now I know who I'm talking to, so I know somebody's listening to me. So Ether, great. Like I said, I saw some of your pictures of the Jacob Lawrence exhibit, so I look forward to going to New Orleans and checking that out myself at the museum. So first, I'm gonna, like I said, I was gonna talk a little bit about last week's show where I talked a little bit about the Pan African Film Festival, and I had two other artists that I had wanted to include in my showing of their work last week. So first up, I'm going to show their work and let you see a little bit about what it is that they particularly do. So, Zeke, if you're ready, let's go with Kathy. Kathy's from Maryland, and Kathy does wearable art. And here is the artist.
Yes, this is Catherine. I'm a designer. I'm originally from Ghana, and I make Afrocentric clothing with mud cloth. Actually, this is my niche. I do splash. This looks like painting, but it's actually a fabric. I'm able to put it together in shirts and in blouses. I do the linen pieces also with a little bit of twist to it, with some trim in it for it to look gorgeous for the African American lady and also for Africans as well.
All right, very good. So that was my friend Kathy. I have on one of her shirts right now. You can see her technique is very, very different. It's a technique that's employed in the fabric, and then she does different things with the fabric to put together some other pieces in order to make her design. So great to have you in the house, Manhati. The Breath is Life Spa, working on the getting ready for Super Sunday. I know you missed Mardi Gras, so I look forward to seeing you out there for Super Sunday in your suit. So happy to have you in the house. So, and again, this is Kathy's work that I have on. I'm gonna raise up just a little bit, so we'll see a little bit more about what it is that she and her husband do. And so I didn't have her give us her number, but if you're interested in any of her designs or getting a hold of her, I have her card somewhere, and I will get that on to you if you need to get that from me. All right. So, and again, that's one of the artists. She will be at Jazz Fest. She will be at Capital Jazz Fest, and more than likely at Essence Festival, Chicago Festival of the Arts. So, even in Detroit, I think she comes to Detroit also. All right, Dee Dee from Georgia. Right on. Okay. So, my next little short video is Brother Bakari, who's from Mali. And this brother, he's not really, I say, the artist, but he chooses very good things, and he's responsible for bringing in the artwork that you're going to see. So I'm going to let him give you a little preview of his artwork. All right.
It's a Birama birthday, but everybody call me Baba, and I'm from Mali, West Africa, and I do all those beautiful handmade jewelry, and everything here is in recycled material from bronze, rubber, leather, yeah, and come visit.
All right.
Yeah.
Brother is at Essence. He does Chicago. He does Detroit.
Yeah.
You know, he's all over, right?
All over. That's
All right.
yeah.
So you look out for him, and if you need to contact him,
Contact number is 919-225-5968.
all right, my
Thank
brother.
you.
Thank you. All right. So those were a couple of the artists that I didn't get a chance to introduce to you last week in my showing. So, and I was able to get the clips together for this particular week. So, if you have an interest in their work, you know, again, his number was up on the screen, and her number is also live, and I give it to you if you need it. Okay, so let's move on. I want to get to the better part of the show, but I'm going to go ahead on and I'm going to show some things, and then I'm going to bring Joyce on and let her. We're going to talk to her about her trip to Africa, and then she's actually going to show a couple of pieces before this afternoon is over with. Okay. So first up, I want to talk a little bit about my paperweights. I know I made you guys an offer for the paperweights. I didn't get very much interest in the paperweights, so I really need to know if it's something that I should even spend my time doing. I did sell a couple of them in Los Angeles. They seem to be okay. But the idea that I wanted to employ to everyone was that you could make this a memento for yourself or for someone else, and you can do that by submitting to me a photograph of them or a photograph that you might want to for me to engrave on the glass artwork. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the glass artwork while because I can't talk about it and show it to you, right? I think that's good enough, see? Okay, so that's an idea of the paperweights, and I call them paperweights because I guess that's traditionally what it might you be used for. But mine, I have little shelves that I put things on, and so and I try to let the light hit it so that I can see it whenever I turn it a certain way and look at whatever it is that I want to look at. So again, I want to offer that you a chance to have a personal one because all you need to supply me with is a photograph, and I will include that photograph. And if you have an idea, or if there's certain Dinkra symbols or Kemetic symbols that you might want on your own little paperweight, then I'd be glad to do that for you. So, and I'm going to do that artwork for you for free. Okay. So, and again, the price of these are $75. So if you want it, it's not on my website. The only way you can get a hold of me with respect to it right now is through email. If you email me at bamboozle at AOL, or if you email me at blackartistmarketplace.com, you can we can talk about, or what you might want on your crystal paperweight. All right, so that's that for that particular part of my show also. And great to have you in the house, Ruby. It was nice seeing you out in LA. It was really nice to see you in LA, and remember that you know I've watched your kids grow up, your grandkids. So I'm grateful to still have your company in the LA and Lavalais live show, and it was really again nice to see you out in California, and it was nice to see a lot of people that I never got that I don't get a chance to see often. That again, like I said, was probably the best thing about that show that I enjoyed the most. And it was being able to bring ear spears to people who normally get ear spears from me, or seeing people who've been buying my jewelry for many years, and they came out to support. So I really appreciate all of you. Okay. All right. So I said last week that I would show a couple of items, have something for you guys today, and I do. I've decided to show 3 items that I have available. I think they're all bracelets. So let's pull up number 1. Okay, this is my bamboo triangle bracelet. It's 3 pieces of bamboo, And as you can see, the little sterling end caps, I made them. They're handmade by me. They're hand cast by me, and so it snaps together with the clip that's in the middle, the clasp. Okay, and so it's a bamboo and sterling triangle bracelet, and it is $75. And I assume that when you're talking about, can I make one that functions as a candle holder? I think you're talking about the glass piece. I don't know about that, Fern, right now. That's a little bit. I have to look into that for you. Okay, so I will check into it, but in other words, you would want a glass holder with the Dinker symbols on it that functions as a candle holder. So maybe that's it, that it doesn't function very well because it doesn't function as anything other than a memento, and maybe that's the problem with the paperweight, because we don't use paperweights anymore. Nobody holds the paper down, but I really like mine. Um, like I said, I think it's a great product. So if it's not, then I need to know that too. But like I said, I did have some response out in LA for it, so we'll keep going. All right, and again, BAM number 2. This is a Dinker symbol bracelet with a ram's horn and a piece of lapis. It's $250, and it's probably about a size 8, 8.5 bracelet. Okay, and it has a box clasp on it, so you won't lose this bracelet. It's all soldered together, and it has a beautiful piece of lapis. It's $250, and that's BAM number 2. All right, one more. I have BAM number 3, and this is sterling silver and ivory bracelet. It has janames engraved in the stones there. So there's 2, 4, 5. I think this bracelet's probably 7.5 to 8 inches long also. And this bracelet sells for $500. All right. Again, that's sterling silver and very good material. All right. I can't say the name of it on this show, so I'll just say bone material. All right. So that's BAM number 3. And you can see that's a close-up of the Dinker symbol that's on there. It's the Janame. All right. And I want to give a shout out to my friend out in Midland. Hello to Robin. Glad to have you in the house tonight. All right. So again, www.bamboozlejewelry.com, blackartistmarketplace.com, and you can email me at bamboozle@aol. All right. So, and please check out my website if you're looking for an ear spear. Don't forget that that's my number 1 item. I still make them. Them and ponytail holders are still some of my number 1 items that I particularly make that will, help you out a little bit. They do things for you. Okay. All right. So I'm getting on to my show now. I think it's almost time to bring my guest on. Unless somebody's got something that they want to holler back at me, you can, like I said, if you saw something that you liked tonight, you can reach out to me. Those items are available only on this show, not online. All right. So, all right. Let's see. Who have we not heard from here? Okay. Let's see. And I know Robin, I want to say, oh, there's Mona Lisa. Great to have you in the house. I hope the weather is changing in Chicago. As you can see, I brought out my springtime because it's 80 degrees here today or 70 something. And it's been like 80 degrees. So it feels like and all the trees are like sprouting out with green. The pollen is in the air. So it really feels like springtime has really sprung a lot before it even gets to that particular date. So if you're living down south, then you know what I mean, because we're all having those great temperatures. But I know if you're up in the north, you're still not settled with some warm weather. But I believe me, spring is going to come, and it's really will be very soon. Okay, and so again, a special shout out to Mona Lisa. Um, I had a couple of Scony hats on out in Pan African Film Festival, and I don't know, the brother that usually helps Scony do that show when he would go to L.A. was he came to my booth a couple of times. He was out there helping somebody else, but he recognized my Scony hats immediately, and so did a couple of other people. So just want to give a shout out, to your brother's beautiful work. All right, so I guess it's about time for me to bring my guest on right now. All right. So without any other, unless somebody's got something to say to me, I'm bringing my guest on for this afternoon. And welcome to the show, Joyce Lomax from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey.
All right.
How are you, Lavalais? How are you?
I'm doing fine, Joyce, and nice to have you here today.
Well, it's good to be here.
Oh,
I'm glad you having me on your show.
all right. So, and I brought you on the show this afternoon. If you could sit back just a little bit so I can see a little air over your head. There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, there we go. Now we're fine. All right. So I know you took the trip with Pancho and Karen Clark.
Yes.
And I know what their perspective is from taking people over, but I've never had an opportunity to talk to someone who actually took the trip with him. And so it's great to have you on the show. And I want, from your perspective, to tell us a little bit about your journey to Ghana or to Africa. Was this your first time going to Africa?
First time, and it's amazing. If you ever get a chance to go, please go to Ghana first. It's amazing. I can't say enough about it. I dream about it. It was so amazing.
That sounds amazing. So I know you brought a couple of pictures along with you. You took a couple of pictures while you were there. So
Oh yeah.
you're going to tell us a little bit about your journey there. All right.
Okay. Now the first thing is that what made me really want to go to Ghana is visiting the Slave Museum in Montgomery, Alabama. The artist Kwame that did these statues, his artwork is all through the Slave Museum, and it's amazing. I really, when I saw it, I just couldn't believe it. I said, and then to go to his village and to see, when Pancho told me we were going to his village, I just screamed and started yelling when I saw this statue here, because we were passing by it. And I said, oh my God, and it's huge. He does excellent work. He's a very good sculptor, very good. And if you get a chance to go to Montgomery, Alabama, you will be amazed at his work. Amazed.
Yeah. If Zeke will go farther into the slides there, I wanted to, because what touched me, I didn't realize it until our conversation a couple minutes ago about the next one, Zeke. Can you bring up the next slide? This particular slide right here.
Yeah.
It reminded me of when you go to the museum in Montgomery, Alabama, and it's all about the slaves
Yeah.
and that period of time. When you first start walking into your journey, you see all of these little heads in and this is the brother that actually did all those particular heads. Am I correct?
You're correct. And I'm not, if I'm not mistaken, I thought he told the story of, they when they meet people, they take on the faces of people they meet and put them down, through here. And I mean, he had bills and bills of the heads. It was amazing. I mean, he's doing such great work.
So and those are were they resin cast or were they ceramic cast? Do you remember?
They're not ceramic cast because of the fact that they're made out of cement. It's stone. It's stone. And I don't know the technique, how he did it or how he goes about it. I saw a little of the work that I didn't take pictures of when they were sitting up there, and it seemed like the guys that were helping were chiseling and stuff like that on it, like a cement and stuff. It was, I don't know really to tell you that how he molded it and got it the way it is. It's just he's had so many of them, so many.
Yeah, there were quite a few. I mean, only through your story did I know that that was the same person that Minhati and I saw in Montgomery when we journeyed to the museum down in Montgomery.
Yeah, that's what made me want to go to Ghana to see this, and going and Pancho's showing us, their artwork, and the trip was for artists and artist lovers, and we had about 22 people, and it was amazing. And in the group together, we had a good group. Everybody was very good with each other. It was a good group, 22 people. And I enjoyed every last one of them. Some of them I knew, some of them I didn't know.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and our first time going to something like that. And, we saw the good, and, it's not bad. These are people that they hustle every day. Every day they're hustling. They don't have welfare or social security or anything like that. I would love to live there if I could, but I don't know if I can. But to me, $100 is $1,000 there. So it's amazing. I really could live like a queen there.
No. Well, I would assume that that's why a lot of patriots go to Ghana and buy land and they allow them to buy land by the ocean or in the woods, wherever you want to live.
But I think I was told that they can't buy land there. They can't. Well, we can't buy land there. I don't know why. I didn't get into but I asked somebody about, boy, you can come over here and, just live good by the water and stuff like that. But I don't think we can as Americans buy land there. So
okay.
It's amazing. It is amazing. And we went to a village where they gave us our African name. I was born on a Saturday, and everybody that's born on a Saturday is named Anna. Here's my shirt, Anna. We're born on a Saturday, but the rest of they give you an African name, which I can't even pronounce the name they gave me, but it's Anna and the name they gave me. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they each had different names they gave people. And then they had a ceremony where they danced, and I think we had to eat an egg. And I didn't know, this is my first time going to Africa, so I don't know, why did we have to eat this egg? And they was telling me about the bird and you're going back in life or something, eating the egg and stuff. I said, man, this is amazing. You hear stories about it, but to do it, and they had the dancers. With the time we got off the bus, they had dancers all over the place. And they're beautiful people. And they're just so happy that you're there. They treat you so well. I loved it.
All right. So can we go ahead on and show a couple more of her slides, Zeke, and let her give us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, this is where they were weaving the material and stuff like that at the it's like a factory. I enjoyed that too. And if you go to the next one, it shows what there it is. Beautiful material. It was amazing, the colors and how they come, how they get, threading all that thread, and it's just, whew. And then I just had a picture of this man. I just loved what he had on, and I was just, I took a picture of it. It was beautiful, beautiful. You can go to the next one. And this is Pancho student. This is where Pancho and Karen have their students where they do their artwork. And we visit their school where they were teaching them, their artwork. And I didn't get too many pictures of where Karen worked, but we were over there where the artists were painting. And I wanted to take, they were doing great work. Oh, the art is so amazing over there, the artwork. You can go to the next one.
Yeah, I can see Pancho's influence on him right there.
Yes,
I mean, that's
beautiful.
With the mix of colors and the theme, the whole nine. Yeah.
Yes, even down there at the other one over there. Yeah, yes, great. You can go to the next one. And this is where the ceremony was when they were giving us our names and dancing and stuff, celebrating. And you can go to the next one. And this is another part of Ghana we went to. It was like a resort. It was really gorgeous. They had a table out there on the beach where they fed us our dinner at night, and had the fire coming and the water and everything. Just gorgeous, gorgeous. You can go to the next one. And this is the castle. We went through the door of no return. This is when the slaves were getting ready. You can go to the next one too, as I tell this story, because the slaves are getting ready to go on the ship and they will not return. And it was sad. Even grown men were in there crying, the stories they were telling us, about the slaves, in these little rooms. They have 800 people in this little tight room and stuff, and how they have no clothes on. You can go to the next one. Yeah, this is the door. And you can go to the next one. This is more of the castle. The next one with the fishers. This is one of another city we went to. And I just took pictures of, just to see how the people lived and stuff. The next one. These are the fishermen. And at one day they say, I think they on a Monday or Tuesday they don't fish. And then we went out there the next day, and thousands of fishermen were out there. It was amazing. You can go to the next one. And you're back to me.
Yeah, all right.
It's a wonderful trip, and whoever's watching this, they really need to go to Ghana. It's a wonderful thing. I think Busy Bee's getting ready to take a trip over there, a group of people. It's just amazing. It's amazing. One day I'm going back. Huh?
And you went to Kumasi also, right?
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah.
So did you kind of feel a pretty good spiritual connection to Ghana, yes, when you were how do you feel when you're amongst your people when there's so many of you?
I felt, it feels good sometimes not to see a white man around. He was always I was in shock. To see all of us. This is us. It was just wonderful. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, huh?
No, it's all right. Hey, this show is about us.
It was wonderful.
This show is about us. We don't have we're not trying to be racist or anything, but this show is about us and about our journey. And I would assume that when I know, to me, when I travel, and one of the things that I'm always looking for, no matter where I go, is to see somebody that looks like me.
Yeah. We have no problem in Ghana.
You know, I want to see somebody who looks like me because I know then that I'm okay. You know, I feel all right. So,
Yes,
you
yes,
know, I can imagine that when you're, you know, in Ghana, that's just a very, very strong thing that has to happen to you when you look around and everybody's that you see is you. You know, so.
yes, it is. It's wonderful. They have the marketplace. They even have a place, the marketplace. Everybody's going to bargain, come up to you trying to sell their stuff. That was amazing too. I enjoyed it. Although they were at you, and they're not begging. They're just asking you to buy their goods. That's all. They're not begging. And they have some beautiful stuff. I mean, wonderful stuff. Just it costs so much to ship it back here, but they have some nice stuff. If I could get, and if I could bring it back, I would have.
Okay, but what you did bring back is even more important, I think. So I would assume that your trip has inspired you to see art a different way, and
Yes.
and it's affected you, with your art. So if you would, I hope you share a little bit of that and what's going on with that in your work.
Yeah, I have a couple of pieces. It is completely, this, I call this Ghana because this is what I saw in Ghana, where they were on the streets, the ladies, they were carrying everything on their heads, selling everything from eggs to milk and cheese, everything you could think of. And I thought of, when I did this piece, I said, well, the name of this should be Ghana because of the way they carry their stuff. And, and some of them, they didn't have to hold it on their head. I mean, they were just walking, just selling. And I said, oh my God, I couldn't do that if I wanted to. Then I had one that, where they gave us our names. And I said, well, I'll call her Anna. Just, they gave us their names. I said, this is the one that, this is my name. And I have some larger pieces, but again, I even put it in my ceramics. The dishes.
All right.
And I love to do my ceramics. I get a salad. I mean, these are my bread plates. The bread plates. And then we do the bowls. And it's just fun. I just enjoy doing it. Even, doing some of the symbols and stuff on the bowls and stuff on the back. Then I get larger pieces. And I got one more. And I'm on my way to Chicago to take them to Dixon.
All right. Beautiful.
So I'm really enjoying it more, now that I'm doing different stuff, because nobody wants to continue to do the same stuff. But some people like their own stuff. So I probably do both. I'm enjoying both of them.
All right. Ether want to know whether or not you were selling any of that. She says, are you selling them? So I imagine that you are selling them. So.
Yes, I'm selling.
And since you can't see the comments, I think G from I think she's from LA. She said that one is beautiful, and actually they're all very beautiful.
Oh, tell her thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, and Mona Lisa said she can't wait to see you at Dixon. So she knows you're on your way to Chicago, right?
Oh yeah, yes, I am on my way to Chicago. We're at Dixon.
So that's when you will be actually showing some of your newer
stuff,
ceramics and some of your paintings, right?
Yes, definitely. They're going. They're definitely going. I'm excited about it too, because I want to see what people think about it too. It's different. It's a different me.
Yeah, I understand. Like I was trying to say about that little piece that I made is like, hey, let me know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, this is your audience. I mean, you need to know. I mean, why keep wasting your time on something that they wouldn't buy? So I can
Yeah,
understand why you want to know. See, and
yeah,
I take criticism because that it helps me.
yeah. Me too. That was one of the first things I learned when I went to school was
Uh-huh.
how you really can take criticism
Yeah,
because it can pour it on pretty heavy sometimes, and you got
yeah,
to be able to withstand it all, and either stand up for what you do and believe in it, or crumble.
yeah, yeah. Definitely,
So,
definitely.
so Ether wants to know if any of the work that you have now is on the website.
No, I don't have the website up. When I go out of town, I don't have the website up because I sell it and then I take it out of town and sell it. I can't have both. And most of my, especially with my artwork, I don't have prints, so they're all originals. They're all originals. So uh, I'm going to build the website back up when I get back from Chicago, and there will be some stuff on there though. There will be some stuff on there.
All right. So if you're interested in something she showed tonight, you
Mhm.
contact her.
Yes, yes. She can email me. They can email me.
All right. And so we have your email up there, or we don't have your email up
You
there.
don't have it up here. It's Joyce Lomax Creations
At.
is 70 at gmail.com.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
So any questions for Joyce from anybody before we there we go. We were able to
Uh-huh.
get her
Wow. Okay, very
Gmail
good.
up there. Right.
Okay.
So, so anybody got any questions or want to reach out to Joyce before we let her go for this afternoon?
Well, I really
And
appreciate
I
it.
know it takes a moment here sometimes, especially when you got to type out your response. I know that takes a moment. Some,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but I just want to. It was really great having you on the
Uh-huh.
show. I'm really interested in seeing your work, and I love where the direction where it's taken you. So that's really a beautiful
Good.
thing. Um, so I look forward to adding something to my house here. So I'm sure most of these other people will also. So,
Yeah.
uh, it- but the thing is, Joyce isn't a production artist. She's not doing 90 million things.
No, I can't. No, I'm
Of,
getting too old.
you know, a little, yeah. So when you can get some of her work, I really strongly advise you to grab a piece of her work and hold on to it. So Rena Hinton says she will be getting in touch with you.
Okay, very
All
good.
right,
Very
and
good.
E-
Yes,
Ether,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
Ether enjoyed our.
Thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed this. But if you ever get a chance to go to Ghana, please, guys, go to Ghana. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm going back. I'm going back.
Yeah, I'm planning on going myself. I actually met one of Alon's friends who has a Airbnb bed and breakfast, and also
Yeah, we
she
stayed at
does,
one.
huh?
Yeah, we stayed at one there too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that's going to be my kind of a trip, though. I kind of
But you need to go with a group so you can see everything. And Lavalais, I was at
nah, man. I don't travel well in
wait a
groups.
minute.
Believe me.
They took us to a lady's house named Dawn. She takes care of a lot of kids, And my girlfriend, she's already sent 2 barrels over there. Pat Brown, she's already sent 2 barrels over there because she's just amazed at how this lady named Dawn takes care of all these kids. And I looked down there by the pool, and guess who was down there? Marvin.
Oh, okay.
I was shocked to see Marvin there in Ghana. And it was amazing,
Well, I
amazing.
don't know. He goes there quite frequently. I mean, it must be
Now I
nice to
know.
run into somebody that you know, but yeah, he goes there quite frequently.
And he
He's
said
actually
because and you know why? Because he said he'd rather have them produce this stuff, reproduce this stuff, than take it to China or somewhere. And I applaud him for that. That's
true,
wonderful, wonderful.
true, and that's how we should all think.
Yes, yes. Okay, it was wonderful to be on the show.
Thank you very much again, and
Okay,
we look forward to having you back on again sometime this year. All
okay.
right.
Oh yeah, you will definitely. I got new
All right.
stuff. I'm gonna yeah. Okay. You guys be blessed, okay?
All right.
Love you.
All right, everybody. So that was Joyce Lomax. I hope you enjoyed our little interview, and I really enjoyed the story. I mean, uh, I was affected too by going to the museum in Montgomery, Alabama, and I know Ether's been to the museum. So if you ever get a chance to go to the museum in Montgomery, Alabama, it will definitely influence your work and your thinking about what it is that you're doing as a person in this day and age. All right. So again, and it was nice to see that guy's work where it really originated from. I didn't know that that his work was that popular and that he had done that much of it in order to be able to see that whole array of nothing but those faces. So it's quite unique, and you'll enjoy it. So again, and if you ever get to go to Africa, I look forward to my trip to Africa, and I know most of you have gone, so I look forward to following in your footsteps. All right. Especially my friend Fern, who's probably going back for the 99th time. She'll be going to Egypt, I think, pretty soon. So, all right. So, and Mona Lisa said the dates for the festival in Chicago at elementary school would be March the 17th and March the 18th, and that's Dixon Cultural. Okay. And that's in Chicago. So if you're get a chance to go there, you also get a chance to see a lot of cultural artists. Okay. So I look forward to next week when I hope my co-host, Miss Ella Isaac, will be back in town with us, and we'll share some of her new designs or for her summer hats. So you see, I'm already ready. I'm getting ready for springtime already. So I look forward to seeing her back with us next week. Again, a special shout out to everyone, Fern, Ether, Minhati, Mona Lisa, Robin, all of you guys. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great weekend.